And we're going to do perimeter of two-dimensional shapes. So they're essentially just the ones that are like this is a shape. It's a two-dimensional shape. It's not. It's something that sits on paper. So that's what we're looking at. You'll see it pretty quickly. Be able to calculate the perimeter of geometrical shapes. And here's the success criteria. We're going to add up all the sides to calculate the total perimeter. So often I go perimeter starts with P and it means plus because we're going to add everything together. Understand the symbol that makes sides equal. So we're going to talk about that real soon. So make sure you write this down, learning goal and the success criteria, so then you can tick off what you know. Hopefully we can by the end of the lesson. All right, so here are the two shapes. We're going to work on A. The first thing we're going to look at is this thing here. This means that this side length is exactly the same side length as that. So I can write that down as that being 3 centimeters as well, because that symbol tells me so. Sometimes there's two lines, and if there are two lines, they belong to each other. So just be aware of that. So we understand that those things are equal, so we can tick that off. And now we're just going to add everything up. So remember, perimeter means plus, and we're just going to add everything up. So we've got P equals, I'm going to separate the second example from this one. Look at 4 plus 3 plus the other 3. And I end up getting the perimeter is equal to 10. Now, units are important. Then it's not just 10. 10 could be anything. It's actually 10 centimeters. So make sure we put the units in as well. Okay, let's look at the next example. All right. Now, it looks a bit different, a bit more complex. But remember, perimeter, we're just adding everything, add all the side lengths to calculate the perimeter. So we're going to do that. So all I'm going to do is just going to go around. I'm going to start with the 13 and let's go. So perimeter, always write P, go 13 plus, what's our next one? 5. So I'm going to write 5 down, plus, what's our next one? 10. So now I'm going to write 10 plus, and we've got one more to go, and it's 4. All right, so I'm going to add all of them together. So I end up getting, so 10 plus 4 is 14, plus 5 is 19, plus 3 is 22, so 32. So my perimeter is 32. Remember, you are allowed to use your calculator, so don't be afraid of that. Now, there's one thing I'm missing. I talked about it last lesson, and it's here. Last example, sorry. And it's our units. It's not just 32. 32 could mean anything. Could be $32. Could be 32 friends. 32 puppies would be pretty good. In this case, it's 32 meters. All right. Okay, let's go to the final example. Here we've got this weird shape, and we're going to add everything up. But there's a problem. Look, there is no number here in any of the ones that I've just highlighted. I'll highlight again. There's nothing there. So what is that? Well, notice that this length is 25 millimeters. And if I add these 3 lines up, it's exactly the same as the 25 milliliters. So that will compensate for that. All right. And then other than that, I'm just going to add up all the perimeter. So I'm going to go perimeter equals, I'm going to go with the 25, plus this second 25, that, and that. If you don't get what I'm telling you, ask your teacher. And then I'm going to add all the other numbers. So 8 plus 4 plus 6 plus 12. All right, so now I'm going to add them all together. There's a few too many numbers, so I'm just going to pop it in my calculator. So 25 plus 25 plus 8 plus 4 plus 6 plus 12. And I get 80. And it's not just 80. What is it? It's 80 millimeters. So just recapping, perimeter is adding up the outside of the shape, and we start with P and we think of plus because we need to add all the outside together. Peace out.